Growing up in the East Coast made myself me.
Don't be biased.
Shut up.
I almost got shot.
What? Happy Monday, Alex.
Happy Monday, Roy.
I saw this video. This guy in China was driving a bus.
Oh.
And then this person was distracting the driver. And what happened was the driver was trying to push the lady.
Yeah.
And then the bus fell off a bridge into a river. All 14 passengers died.
Oh.
Yeah, and they have dash cam footage of it too. It was insane, man.
What?
Yes. That's what I woke up to. Because I wake up, check my phone, and then 14 people died.
Well, I had a crazy dream last night.
What was your dream?
I had a dream that I was at an audition for some reason in Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't get the audition because I forgot my shoes.
Okay.
So then I was like, dang, I don't have shoes. And then I remembered that I have a trailer down Hollywood somewhere. So I was like, oh, let me go to my trailer. So then I jogged barefoot to my trailer, and I got there, and a few friends were there just hanging out, drinking. And then in the corner, this is just like a small little trailer.
Yeah.
And then in the corner, there's these other guys I didn't know, and I was like, hey, what are you guys doing? And they were holding my PlayStation 1. And I was like, why are you touching my PlayStation? And they're like, oh, we're robbing you. And I was like, why? They're like, we want the PlayStation. I said, that thing's like $50. And they're like, what? I thought it was like $200. I was like, no. And they were like, well, we're going to take it. And I was like, no, you can't take it. So then they were like, we're going to. It was like 3 of them. And then I said, well, I have this taser. I'm going to tase you. Or I said, I have this gun. I'm going to shoot you. And then they said, no, you won't. And then I shot them. And then it turns out the gun was a taser. And one got electrocuted. And the other one was like, whoa, man, that's not cool. And then, so they all like put my paintball gear I had in the trailer on.
Uh-huh.
And then they put it all on, like the whole paintball outfit. And they're like, now your taser won't work. And then one of my friends that were hanging out was like, hey man, I have this rifle if you want to use it. I was like, okay, cool.
Your dreams are, what?
So then I shot one of them in the leg. And then he was like, ow. And I was like, yeah, don't do that. And then, they were like, we're going to shoot you with these paintball guns. And so I shot the other two in the legs too. And then they were all mad. And then I woke up.
Oh my God, dude. That was a very elaborate dream. It just kept going and going.
Yeah.
I think crazy because my dream was wild too.
What?
Literally, I was literally chilling in my house. And then this guy comes in covering like paintball splatter. I was like, what happened? It's like, this guy I was trying to steal this guy's PS1.
No, you didn't.
Imagine if like dreams can connect like that.
Cool.
Like multiplayer dreams,
That'd be
dude.
cool.
That would be amazing.
East Coast, West Coast, which is the best coast? I don't know.
We're both from North Carolina. We have both had experiences and our memories and fair shares through that state of North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
But which is the best coast? I think right now...
You're going to make half of America upset or a quarter of America upset?
West Coast.
West Coast, baby.
West Coast. But I think back then, East Coast.
Because we didn't know anything. We didn't know.
That is true. That is true.
So the first half of our lives, we lived on the East Coast, North Carolina. And we I feel like even all we did was travel Florida, New York, like the beaches, all East Coast. Mm-hmm. Then we moved. And now we've lived here for like 10 years?
Yeah, 10 years coming up in September. We did it.
Look at that.
We did it.
Now, 10 years. And now we've been doing YouTube longer here than we were in North Carolina.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it's official. I think we did 9 years there, and now it's 10 years here almost.
Time is stupid.
I just got back from the East Coast like an hour ago.
He did. He has running. Alex is running 3 hours of sleep, everybody. And you're a trooper because you don't sound like you're sleep deprived.
Oh, it'll probably get worse as the time goes on. Make sure to stick around.
So you came back.
I did.
An hour ago.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was pollen-y.
Oh.
Super green.
Yeah.
Pollen-y. If you don't follow us on Instagram, you are missing out because I was posting a bunch of North Carolina. I actually went to my last job I had before YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Roadhouse.
I saw that.
Yeah, you saw my stories.
Yep.
You missing out if you're not following. Just saying. Spice Fruit Gang and Guava and Alex Wassabi and Real Wasabi Productions.
Yeah, Real Wasabi Productions.
I went there and then it was just like, I haven't worked there for like 13 years or something. So I went there and then the whole staff is just like high school kids. And they're like, oh my God, Alex Wasabi. And I was like, yeah.
Wait, how long did you work there before you left to do YouTube full time?
Probably like a year or 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Well, I didn't leave. I got fired.
They knew you? Because how did they, do you have a statue there?
No. So I went there, and then they all got excited I was there. And then I was like, hey, guys, guess what? I used to work here. And they were like, we know. And I was like, what do you mean you know? And they're like, everybody knows that. And I guess, like, it's just like I was the famous YouTuber that used to work there. So it's like a legend there.
Yeah.
So they were all like, I can't believe you're back. And I was like, yo, let me get a shirt. So they gave me a shirt, and like, I felt like I was working there again, and I got you a shirt.
You did?
I did. Like Texas Roadhouse, baby, from Durham, North Carolina.
That's right, baby.
Yeah.
I stole your boy.
Yeah.
We working together for Wassabi.
I love that job, though. It was so fun.
Wow.
All my friends worked there. We applied at the same time. We all got the job. It was super fun. They make it super long so it doesn't become untucked when you're working.
Oh, no
That's
way.
why the shirt, when you put it on, it's like a dress.
Oh, sick.
But yeah, I went there. Everybody's excited. And then I got the shirt. And then the manager came out. And he was like, yo, can I get a picture? I heard you used to work here. It's so cool. Yeah. And then they're like, do you remember the dance? And I was like, I don't know. And then the dance came on. Everybody started dancing. And then I joined in. I remembered it. I didn't know I was going to remember it.
Wow.
But I was killing it.
Wow.
Yeah, you could have seen it on my stories. If you followed me.
I did. You did the footwork.
Yeah.
You did the cool thing. The Texas Roadhouse next to Costco.
Yep, in Durham, North Carolina, next to the IHOP, right next to the IHOP.
Bro, people are probably gonna go there after this podcast if they're close.
If you follow me on Instagram and you see that I'm in North Carolina, I'm probably gonna eat dinner there at some point in my trip.
Bro, just tell them you know Alex Wassabi and they'll give you a free cake. Do it. I want to do it, please. If you do it, tag us on Instagram. We want to know.
But it was super cool not working there, going there. And then one of the cooks, one waiter was there that I used to work with, and then one cook was there that I was working with. He's like the head cook. And he's like, you want to cook something? I was like, yeah. And then I went back and cooked some steak. It was cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I remember when YouTube took off, I was working there, and then YouTube took off.
Yeah.
So I worked there for like a year on the East Coast, Durham, North Carolina, all day, Bull City. Let's go.
Bull City, baby.
And I was working there. It was fun. And then YouTube started taking off. This is a story of how I got fired, by the way.
I didn't know you got fired there. I thought you quit.
I guess I kind of got fired. You'll understand. So I was working there, and then I was driving to NC State to film with you on the weekends when you weren't in school. And then I would work there in the week. And then all my friends worked there. And once YouTube took off, I was like, whoa, that first paycheck, I was like, yo, this is more than I'm making like 6 months. So I was working like 4 shifts a week I was scheduled. But I started working 1 shift a week, and I started paying people to work for me. So I would pay them like $50, whatever, to work for me. And then I had all this time off, and I was like, dang, all my friends are at work. So then I paid for all my friends to get their shifts covered, so we could hang out. So then they would get off, and then eventually they're like, "Hey man, like we love hanging out and stuff, but we got to make money too, so we got to go to work." And I was like, "No, you don't." So I started paying them and paying somebody to work for them. So I was paying them to what they would have made at work, and then I was paying somebody else to cover their shifts. And so like me and my friends were just never at work, but we worked there.
Yeah.
So one day I came in, and it wasn't open yet, but the workers were there, and the manager or the owner of the restaurant was sitting at the table. And
shoot.
I forgot his name, but he was like, Alex, sit down. I was like, what? He said, so I heard your other business is doing pretty well. And I was like, oh yeah, it's doing good. Yeah, me and my friend make videos. It's super fun. I love doing it. And then he was like, yeah. I heard you're making more than me now. And I was like, what? And he's like, so why you don't even like come into work? Like, why are you still working here? And I was like, oh, what? I never miss a shift. I always have somebody cover my shifts. Like, I hope it's not a problem. And he was like, Alex, this is your last day. You're not fired, but this is your last day working. And I was like, what? I love working here. It's so fun. Why? And then he hit me with the truth that I did not see because I was young.
Okay.
He said, Alex, you're great working here. Like, we love having you, but there's people that need this job. And I was like, ooh,
facts.
You right. And then that was it. That's how I got fired from my last job.
Technically, you're not fired, so you went to work this past weekend then.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically, we went back to work.
I should be getting a paycheck soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, did you see the owner when you went back?
No,
You still work there?
I don't know. I didn't see him there because he's not usually there. He just happened to be there that day.
I wonder if you like tracked your life after that. You're like, damn, this guy. Oh, damn.
I don't know.
Yeah, that would be.
I have something right here.
What is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's probably dry lips. I went snowboarding this weekend.
Oh,
at
yeah.
Mammoth. Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, that is.
How was it?
It was fun, man. We went to Mammoth Mountain. And when you snowboard, it's scary because, like, it doesn't snow all year. And then when you go you go down the ski lift, you just remember how things work.
Oh, yeah, your body kind of remembers.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. And I was just so excited. And
you know where you can't have such a good snowboarding adventure?
The East Coast.
The East Coast.
I heard it's icy.
It is. You never went?
I've never went. I went once for like a physics field trip, but then I like did some kind of like weird cartwheel move, and I like was this close to breaking my knee. And I've never gone until I went to the West Coast, and it's not bad.
Yeah. Snowboarding is dangerous, but I went like West Virginia, I think was the closest one to, so it's like a 5-hour drive and then you can snowboard, but yeah, West Coast is way better for snowboarding.
So the West Coast is generally better.
Why do you think so?
I think so because it's pretty. It's also pretty in the East Coast. You're right. But I don't know. I just feel more free here on the West Coast.
Let's do pros and cons.
Okay, East Coast.
Cons.
East Coast cons.
Humidity.
Oh, big one.
That's a big one. And
pollen.
There's pollen here, but not like the East Coast.
East Coast, like pollen season in North Carolina, if you have a black car, it's yellow.
Yep.
And then, outside, it's yellow.
You know what else I noticed?
What?
Deer.
You don't like deer?
No, I don't mind deer, but there's just dead deer all along the highways. I drove to ECU, which is like a 2-hour drive, and I just, every like 20 minutes, you just see a deer on the side of the road, and I forgot how many deer there are. I've hit a deer.
I've hit a deer too.
Yeah, it's just, it comes with the East Coast.
It's just there,
They're just, that's why they have deer season, because it's just overpopulated. There's so many deer.
I know.
But what else? What else is a con over there?
Racism.
Yep.
It's everywhere, but it's more in the South.
Yeah.
I've experienced more there than here.
Yeah. What else?
Food?
Food is not bad there.
Yeah, there's different foods there that are good. But then I feel like there's more in the West Coast.
Yeah. I think weather is just like, it's good, but it's not as good as West Coast.
Yeah.
The humidity is the worst part, I feel like.
Yeah. But I feel like for me, growing up in the East Coast made my character. It made myself me.
Yeah, my favorite West Coast people are the ones that are from the East Coast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All my dating history, most of them are from the East Coast.
Oh,
and
wow.
they just happen to live in California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
I don't know. I just get along with them better. I think they're less because West Coast is more vain. I feel like they're all about looks and numbers and fame and popularity.
Yeah.
And East Coast don't really care about that. They didn't grow up with that. They don't seek that. So I don't know. That's why. Some of my favorite YouTubers are from East Coast too. Rhett and Link, Mr. Beast,
Oh, yeah,
us.
that's true.
It's just like the more humble YouTubers are from over there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about pros, man. We can't just be bashing on the East Coast.
Okay.
That's like half our viewers.
Okay.
Okay, pros are
Pros of the East Coast?
yeah. Traffic. Less traffic.
Less traffic, gas prices, real estate.
When I drove to ECU, I happened to glance at the GPS. It said 53 miles. How many minutes do you think it took to get there? Or how many hours?
40 minutes.
It took 53 miles, 53 minutes.
Dang, that's good. That's
53
good.
miles at least in LA or California is like 2 hours.
Maybe 3.
Minimum, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Even a mile a minute, even that's long.
Where are you guys from? I want to know where our viewers and our listeners are from. Please let us know. What do you think is better, West Coast or the East Coast?
Yeah, well, you have to have experienced both.
Yeah.
Don't be biased.
Yeah. But I do agree, like the West Coast, I feel like they're spoiled with the weather and like, they're hype.
Oh.
What?
So
What?
traffic, but then also way cheaper on the East Coast.
Yeah, I was gonna say real estate.
Yeah, real estate,
gasoline,
house, everything is
houses,
cheaper over there.
Food.
Yeah.
But it is inflating though.
Yeah, but I can see why Mr. Beast is like, I'm gonna just stay over here.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, you can get like my parents' house that they live in right now is like $2 million house. Over here, that would be a $5 million house, maybe more.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. My parents bought their house for like 100 something.
Yep.
Right now, it's like worth almost 5, 6.
The Eno Trace house that we used to that I used to live in was 100 when we moved in, and I looked at it, it's like 360 now.
Dude, it's
That's
insane.
crazy. Yeah.
It is crazy. Pros in the West Coast.
No, East Coast. We still
East Coast.
we
Sorry,
only did
sorry.
2. We
Wow, I
gotta do
really
more.
want to. I'm not dissing the East Coast because, like I said, I feel like most of who I am came from just living in the East Coast, and I give a lot of my credit to just growing up.
Yeah.
Because growing up, you're bored. I think boredom just really helped us shape our character.
It's just less to do over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're pros. Okay, at least one more.
Schooling?
Schooling?
No, I don't. At school?
School? What? There's school over here too.
I'm trying to think, man. Mountains?
Oh well, they have.
There are mountains
They have
there.
better. Oh no, they don't anymore. They used to have better winters, but now it's like no. It snows like once a year.
Yeah, but in California, you can have a winter and then you can go summer. Okay, stop. Okay, chill.
East
Okay, you're right. East Coast, you have better barbecue.
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
Oh, East Coast has Miami. Miami's cool.
Yeah, they have Miami and New York.
New York.
They don't have New York over here.
They don't.
Not even something similar.
They don't.
Is DC?
They have the capital of America in the East Coast.
Is DC over there?
Yeah, East Coast.
Oh yeah, we got just regular Washington.
We have regular Seattle, which has big mountains. It's very pretty in the nature too.
Yeah. They have Myrtle Beach is not bad. Like Outer Banks. Outer Banks is
Outer
not
Banks
bad.
is nice.
Outer Banks
I
is
don't know
nice.
about Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah,
Myrtle Beach is dirty. I remember that was the place to go to like during spring break and summer.
Yeah.
And I remember going there thinking it's like, oh, this is the best. This is the best. And we'll go there and it's like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
This is all I got. Just this really wild people just roaming the beaches and
Outer
just being
Banks
crazy.
was nice. We went there. Our families would rent a beach house over there. How much was that for like a week?
Like
$1,000, $2,000?
$1,000 for like
How
20
much is
people.
a beach house over here for 20 people?
Like 2,000, 3,000,
A day?
maybe.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so I think that's good. We did some.
I think it's good.
All right, let's talk about the cons of the West Coast.
Cons of the West: expensive, traffic,
Expensive,
vain. Yeah, all about
looks,
materialistic
and money
stuff.
and
money, yeah.
numbers.
I think this is a LA thing. You think, or
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
the entire West Coast,
Well, California is the West
or
Coast.
just like the big cities of the West Coast? Because you could say the same for the New York.
Oh, true.
No. New York's more chill, actually. With the people there, at least.
Okay, so what are we saying? Cons?
Cons of the West Coast.
Yeah, vain.
It's expensive.
What's some more cons, man? Oh, earthquakes.
I don't mind it. It's like a roller coaster.
I do like it, but it's not good.
Oh, cons of West Coast: hurricanes.
Yup. Hey,
Southeast regions. Or
East
sorry,
Coast.
East Coast. I meant East Coast.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm stupid as
you stupid East Coaster.
Let's do. I can't. Yeah.
Well, earthquake is bad, pretty bad.
But West Coast, it's fine because here's how I think about it. Even though things are expensive, you pay to live in a place that you're satisfied in.
Yeah, but I still think it's a little too expensive. Like it shouldn't be as expensive as it is.
Yeah.
It's bad, but if I'm not sure, but I'm sure if you look it up, California is considered the best state. It's just like the best to live in, the best to visit. Like if people come to America to visit, they're gonna go to California or New York.
Yeah.
Maybe Florida. But I feel like Florida's just a cheap California.
Miami's cool.
Miami's cool, yeah.
And Disney World.
Disney World, yeah.
They're pretty cool.
But over here, speaking from my personal experience, I always pretty much 100% of the time would rather fly my parents out to me than go visit over there, just because there's nothing to do, man. What? Go to the movies. That's all we do. We go to the movies and we go to Cheesecake Factory.
South Point Mall.
You
walk around the mall.
That's pretty much it.
Crabtree Mall.
You can
go to other mall.
Yeah.
No, you got the lakes. You got the Jordan Lakes, little Jordan Lake.
Yeah.
Little chill at the house. I mean,
Franklin Street, I guess.
I guess a pro there in the East Coast of North Carolina. The air is better.
Oh yeah.
I go over there. I see trees. I breathe. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Oh,
I haven't smelled this oxygen in so long.
Yeah. But over here, like whenever my family comes, we go to Universal, we go to the beach, we go to Disneyland, we go to San Diego if we want, we go to the mountains if we want, we go to there's Joshua Tree, there's a lot.
But you gotta think about this too. Like North Carolina isn't as big as California.
Yeah.
Because California stretches, if you want to know like geography and distance, it's from Georgia to I think New Jersey. Is how big California is.
We've been pretty clear on we're West Coast, best coast. What about Canada coast and Mexico coast? Like the states that are touching those, North and South. I don't know much about those.
I don't. The only tip I've been to is like Seattle on the top left, kind of New York.
I was
on the
born
top
in Montana,
right.
but I moved when I was 1.
How was it?
It was good. I remember it was a little cold. I don't remember. I do want to go visit there, though. That's on my list of places I want to go.
I've been to Minnesota. That's cold.
Have you been to Texas? Like, not just like, not that doesn't count. Driving through or layovers don't count.
I've not.
Me either. I've been to Chicago, but just for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then I've been to New York. I've been to Boston. I've been to Michigan. Like the East Coast upstairs.
Yeah, the down states I've been to, California, Arizona, Florida.
I went to Georgia. Didn't you go to Georgia with me for something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we went to Georgia for something. But yeah, I think I'd rather visit. I feel like the top is boring.
I feel like does San Diego count as the South State or does it count?
No. I guess.
It's technically South.
It's still West though.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't count. If that doesn't count.
We're talking about like High School Musical New Mexico to Georgia.
Okay, I'm gonna pick North then.
Yeah, I think
just
so.
Just because Seattle.
Yeah, I think the top, because then you got the potato state. You know what I'm talking about?
Idaho.
Yeah, but just the top little sliver is up there.
Yeah.
And then I did a science fair project on the potato state.
Oh.
Spuds, man. Can't get enough of them.
Spuds?
You can make fries. You can make mashed potatoes. You can have baked potatoes. Yeah, but I think, but it's going to be cold.
I'm going to pick North. Just because Seattle's there, New York's there.
Okay.
Chicago's there.
I don't want to make anybody upset, but you got West, you got East, you got South, and you got North. Mm-hmm. But I think we can all agree that the worst one is the middle. You think?
What was middle, like Arkansas?
I don't know.
Arkansas, Oklahoma.
I don't know anything. North Dakota, South Dakota. I don't know anything about what's going on in the middle, but isn't it like the tornado area? Isn't that
Tornado
like
Alley. Yes. Anything past Ashfield or Asheville, North Carolina, all the way to Colorado. I feel like that's nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on up there. I mean, in the middle, but I don't want to find out.
Yeah, we're not dissing y'all. We just don't know what's there.
We're just
I know the Ozarks
naive.
Are there, right?
Ozarks?
The Ozarks.
Well, then that's not good. Let's not go there.
No, it's good. It's a lake.
It's like the same as the middle of Canada. Like, nobody knows. It's like a mystery.
Patrick Mahomes is there, too.
In the middle of Canada?
Yeah, no. I'm so confused.
Oh. I wonder if the middle of Mexico is, like, not the spot. I feel like the middle of anywhere. Just, like, if you're not on a coast, it's not fun.
Let me think. Middle of China.
That's probably horrible. Just because it's so far from everything. It's just like you're not going to see... if you were born in the middle of China and you don't got money, you're probably never going to see the ocean.
I wonder what the very center of the United States is. What city that is.
Are we looking it up? Let's see. Okay,
center.
wait, let's guess. I'm going to guess... I don't know, man. Wait, Utah. No, that's more us. Wait. You're going to say Arkansas, aren't you?
No.
Okay, I say Arkansas.
I'm going to say Oklahoma.
Oh, that's a good one. I forgot that was even a state. What we got?
Kansas.
Oh, Kansas.
Kansas City. I heard that's fun. I've heard about that place.
Kansas.
you wanna? Should we move there?
No. I just know it's the Jaybirds.
I'm pretty sure the Merrill twins are from Kansas City.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is from Kansas.
Yeah, but
Missouri.
yeah.
Missouri. The middle of Mexico, by the way, is Mexico City.
And it's the best. That's
Yeah.
where I hear the most about.
We should go to Mexico City and go there and say, you're the best.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're nothing like Kansas. wait.
No, Kansas is great. No,
City-
Missouri. Oh, I'm so confused.
Wait, Kansas City is in Missouri, not in Kansas? Why?
It's just America, man. Why is there Washington and then Washington, D.C.?
Do you know what DC stands for?
Disconnected.
Yup.
Because it's supposed to be in the Washington state, but then it got disconnected and they put it in the East Coast.
It's District of Columbia, but I don't know.
We're Colombian? You're saying we're part of Colombia?
I know that it's Washington, District of Columbia. I just heard that somewhere. I was like, what? I thought District of Columbia was like its own place.
Okay, let me trivia you.
Okay.
Philippines.
Yeah. I know about that.
Name 3 areas in the Philippines.
Manila. Tagaytay.
Okay.
Baraka. wait. Baraka, wait. Boracay.
Boracay. All right, cool. That's it.
Okay. Name 3 other ones that I didn't name.
We got Cebu. We got Baguio City.
Yeah.
We got Bataan.
Hey, we got Angeles City.
Okay.
We got over there, and we got over here.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, we
I
know a
would
lot.
love to go back and just visit. If we get old and we have bored, let's just go there and just travel from the tip of the Philippines and go all the way down.
Should we just retire there? We gonna be
Dark.
living it large. Oh.
Dude, when I lived in the Philippines, I was so dark. It was like, I was filled with like ant bites, mosquito bites, and I was as brown as a brownie, dude. I was the brownest like little jungle boy. I was swimming in the floods, dude.
What?
I was like taking snails. You know, I used to eat snails. I just take
Why?
them from the river and be like, I don't know, bro.
You're a freaking Mowgli in the
Dude,
Philippines.
I was living my best life in the Philippines, man.
Well, like, you know, like a lot of like people retire there because you just live in large when you're over there. Because if you have like $100,000 here, you're a multi-millionaire over there, and you could live off that for the rest of your life.
You could,
Yeah,
but it's hot.
it is hot,
It's super hot.
but you can get used to it. When I lived on the East Coast, I was used to humidity. I didn't even know it was humid there, and then I moved to California for a few years and came back, and I was just drenched in sweat
That is
all
true.
the time.
Yeah, adaptive biased.
Yeah. I went to the Philippines. Let me think. How many times? I went probably like 5 times, 6 times, maybe.
Was the first time you went when we went for the wedding?
Yep.
That was the very first time?
Very first time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was the craziest trip ever. That's still the craziest trip of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
That was actually pretty fun.
I try not to talk about that story
What story?
because I feel like it's just not like if I was my girlfriend and I talked about how crazy that story was and all the stuff that went down with the princess and all that stuff, I feel like I wouldn't like it. So I try not to talk about it. But
I don't know what happened.
You were there.
I know, but there's so many things that happened. I don't know.
all right, let me tell you about it. No, I can't. Wait, you don't remember? Remember the first wedding? Okay, let's just talk about that trip. Let's
just talk about it.
We just want to talk about what happened to me.
Okay, sure. So we
Okay.
went to a wedding.
Yeah.
It was our friend's
Well, first
wedding.
of all, I went to the YouTube space for some kind of something, and when I got there, I saw this dude, and I was like, "Yo, you look familiar. You Filipino?" He's like, "Yup." And then we realized we were both friends with AJ Rafael. We met prior at some party at AJ's house for something, and then he was like telling me, he was like, "Yeah, I just moved here from the Philippines." I was like, "Oh, nice." And he was like, "When did you move here?" I was like, "I moved here like a year ago." From the East Coast,
Yeah.
and he was like, where you staying at?" I was like, "Oh, I'm in Glendale," and he was like, "Oh, I'm like somewhere near Glendale," and he's like, "Can I have a ride?" I was like, "Yeah," because it was like a 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
So I was like, "I got you." So I took him, and then my mom called me on the drive and on FaceTime. So I had the phone down here. I wasn't driving like this, so I had the phone down in my lap, and she could see me. And she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm driving my friend home," and I showed her who it was, and she freaked out. She was like, "Alex!" I was like, "What?" So you know who that is? I was like, who's
Wait,
that?
she said that when he was in the car?
On FaceTime. He could hear it. And
okay.
then he was just laughing like, It's like when somebody recognizes us and they're telling their friends like, yo, you know who that is?
Okay.
And you're just like, whatever. And then she said, his dad is like the Michael Jackson of the Philippines. I was like, what you mean? You know Gary Valenciano? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's like huge over there. He's like the number one male singer. He's like, pretty much like the Michael Jackson.
Yeah, dude.
And that was his son. And I got off the phone. I was like, okay, mom. And I was like, yo, you're like a celebrity over there? He's like, yeah. My dad's like, he's like a big celebrity over there, but I came over here to do my own thing and get into YouTube and just make a name for myself. I was like, oh, cool. Mm-hmm. And so after the 45-minute drive, when I dropped him off, he was like, yo, you should come to my wedding. It's in 2 weeks. I was like, all right, cool. I'll be there. Just send me the address. And he was like, oh, it's in the Philippines. I was like, what? I've never been there. Can I bring a friend? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay.
Aww.
And then you were like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And then AJ ended up coming too.
Mm-hmm.
So us three went over there. Was Jansen? Oh, he was over there.
He went to the second wedding.
Oh, yeah, but he was over there.
Yeah, he was over there already.
Yeah, he didn't fly with us.
Yeah.
So we flew from California. I've never been to the Philippines before. Just met this guy. Went to his wedding.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was the most extravagant thing I've ever seen in an experience.
It was crazy.
Very beautiful.
We went to, we got there, and it was weird because we just met him, but he was like super hospitable, and we ended up getting ready with him, like with the groom.
Yeah.
And like at his like house.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was cool though. And then they were like, okay, let's go.
What's wild was this was probably like 2 months after moving to LA.
Yeah.
We were like, we're going to the Philippines already? What's happening? Dude, LA's wild.
Yeah.
We're going straight to the Philippines? Okay.
And then we got there, and then they're like, okay, everybody got ready? We're like, let's go. Even where we got ready was crazy. That house was dope.
Ugh.
And then he was like, okay, let's go. And we drove like an hour up this mountain. We get there, and he's the groom, so he's busy. So you and me are kind of just figuring it out with AJ.
Yeah.
And we get to our seats, and I remember talking to somebody, whoever was sitting next to us, and I was like, wow. I don't even know where the fog machines are. How's there so much fog? Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, what? And I was like, look at, there's fog everywhere. And they were like, that's not fog. So what do you mean? And they're like, we're in the clouds. This is a dormant volcano. I was like, what? No,
I think it was
way.
Ta'al was called.
It's something with a T.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ta'al.
And then I remember the guy next to me, he realized, like, I talked to him for a little bit. A lot of people did, like, they were speaking Tagalog because we're in the Philippines. And he was like, so you're from America? Is it your first time here? I was like, yeah. He's like, do you know who is here at this wedding? I was like, no. What do you mean? He's like, this is the A-list of A-list celebrities you're sitting with around you right now. Mm-hmm. But in different countries, you don't know. Like, everybody knows America's celebrities.
I didn't know anybody either.
I knew
so
nobody.
I was like, AJ!
Yep. I was just trying the food. I was like, oh, cool. But it was cool. They had performances. We're in the clouds. It was just super cool. And then we found out there's a second wedding on a different island on the beach this time. Yeah. And we're like, what? He's having 2 weddings?
I felt bad during the first wedding because it was also your birthday.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, wait, it's your birthday. Oh. Okay. We should sing happy birthday, Alex.
Oh, no.
I was like, happy birthday.
I was so sad.
And then everyone's like, ah.
And then?
Yeah.
What?
And then the bride walks over and she saw everyone was singing to you and she just shook her head.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, because I remember I was like sitting with everybody. We're out having fun. Everybody's a little drunk. And then midnight comes around and I was telling everybody, hey, it's my birthday, but let's celebrate it tomorrow. Don't say anything. Yeah. And then midnight struck and Roy's like, hey, let's all sing happy birthday. So I was like, no. And then she just happened to walk by. And then I was just so red and she was just like, what? Like taking her thunder. That happens to me a lot.
Well, it was midnight. It was your birthday.
I know. And we're in a cool country, but like it wasn't my day. And then remember the other wedding we were at and I wore hot pink pants because I thought, oh, I'm going to be cool because it's California wedding. Everybody probably wears pink pants. Yep. I was the only one. I was sticking out like a sore thumb. And that's the day I realized, do not wear anything flashy to weddings. Wear neutral colors, dress spiffy, but nothing it was bad.
Yeah.
But then the wedding, so yep, that happened, and then we went to the second wedding the next day. We had to take a plane ride and then take a ferry to get to the island. That was also just as dope. That's where I met the princess.
Who's this princess?
You don't remember?
I don't remember. It was
What?
things happened. So there was so many things happening in that trip. I just like.
Oh, we're gonna talk about it after this podcast.
Okay.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
Remember, I almost got shot
What?
by her bodyguards. You don't remember this? What are you
Where
talking?
were you? In Boracay?
Yes. No, is that where we were?
In the beach?
Yes.
You did?
What? You don't. I can't.
This is like another.
I can't
like,
even.
genre.
Do you remember the princess at all?
I don't. Maybe if I just remember we were in Boracay.
Yeah.
And then we went island hopping. Was
Yeah.
she in the island hopping group?
Yeah.
And then we went to the island where we cliff jumped. She was in that group?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I feel like if I told you what country she's the princess of, you would remember. But I don't want to put it out there. I'll tell you later.
Okay, tell me later.
So we
But
got to the
second
island.
second island.
And then we had the wedding was beautiful on the beach.
No, there was the day before we went island hopping.
Yeah. Was it Ariel's Point?
Ariel's Point in Boracay.
Remember we jumped? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
That was awesome. I actually went back there again.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, when I went to Boracay again for something, I jumped off. I went there again because I loved it so much. It was probably like 7 years later. I was like, "Where's that place?"
We also did a brand deal there with Samsung. I think that's what covered our trip.
And we jumped that giant thing.
Yeah.
I would not have done that if we didn't have to. If it wasn't good for the brand deal.
Yeah.
That was scary. That's the highest I think I've ever jumped.
25 meters, I think? Or is it less?
Oh, how much feet is that?
A lot. Like 50 feet.
Oh no, it was more than that. I think it was 60 feet.
82 feet. Oh my goodness.
That's the highest I've ever jumped in my life. It was scary, and I did not do it again. So in the brand deals with Samsung, and they wanted us to, I don't remember what they wanted, but I had to be like on the phone getting a call on this remote island, and they needed me back in America. And I was like, whoa, what? Okay, I'll be right there. And I hung up. And I had to run off and jump the 82 feet and then swim out into the ocean for 10 seconds till the video cut off. And I remember my legs were shaking. Like I was like, and we had to do it like 3 or 4 times before I could like actually take the jump.
Wow.
It was so high. And then you didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I was like,
It was the worst.
I was like, I always do things. You do something.
Yeah, I'll do that scary stuff. You just keep eating the bad stuff, the gross stuff, and we'll be even.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, I'll do the scarier stuff. But yeah, that was probably my favorite trip ever.
Dang.
That was so cool.
I want to know what you did that when we weren't together. I feel like that was
I'll tell
I think
you.
that's probably why what made it so cool.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell me
Didn't
later.
you
Tell
vlog
me.
it?
Huh?
Didn't you vlog? You were vlogging.
I did vlog it.
We should watch that back.
Okay.
I want to see the people in the background be like, oh, that's her. That's him. That's the guy. Yeah. We'll watch it later.
I did vlog every single day of that
That was
trip.
like, you just started vlogging on that.
Yeah. I just wanted to, show my parents what I'm up to.
Where's it at?
If you type in Roy Wassabi Vlogs Philippines trip, you could see every single part.
Let's
Everybody.
go.
We
I'm
should watch
so
it.
excited to watch that.
So all the clips that I guess when we watch it later,
Yeah.
we're gonna be like, we're gonna see if you're in the background, and if you're not, you gotta tell me what happened.
Yeah.
Like, where were you? Where were you? Where were you?
I'll tell you.
Oh my god! But anyways, the wedding was really pretty. It was at the beach of Boracay.
Yeah.
The sand. I just remember they gave out free Havainas, the slippers, the white slippers.
Oh, and remember they came out with Magnum ice cream bars, and everybody was like, yes! And
I did not.
That's the first time
that's crazy.
I ever was like, I didn't know it was a big deal.
I thought you were about to say Magnum condoms. I was like,
Whoa, what? It was chocolate. It was vanilla ice cream with chocolate coating, and then caramel, and then more chocolate, and it was like a big deal over there because everybody freaked out, and they brought it out a bunch of times throughout the trip. And I guess it's just like it's so hot over there. Everybody loves ice cream.
Yeah. You remember that, Cleo? I don't remember that at all.
It was my favorite trip of my life.
I just remember
so
the little
cool.
white slippers they gave. I still have them.
The second time I went back was for Jollibee. That was the second best trip of my life.
So you're saying the Philippines is a place to go visit, and it's
just
always a good time.
Full of adventure and danger,
Yeah.
which makes it a little more exciting, but also be very careful.
Yeah.
Third world country, man.
It is. It is.
disappear.
I feel like Philippines is fun if you're with the right people and you're doing the right things.
Yeah.
It's different for me because like when I visit, I'm like in a small town in Pangasinan, so we always have to make our rounds with the family and stuff. And for me, I went recently. It was more like a hosting thing. I had to like host a lot and like take care of people, and that was super stressful because it was like a big group of us, like probably 20. So I had to like buy everyone's tickets to go to like an island of Palawan. And then,
wait, what is this for? Family?
No, this was like a separate trip that I took. We took a family vacation there in 2017.
Oh, I did that too.
Oh, you did?
I don't know what year, but I brought my mom and my dad to where Aaron was born, like the Angela City.
Yeah.
And I met all my cousins, like hundreds of cousins.
Yeah.
Did they have banners for you when you got there? Like,
no,
welcome, Roy?
They didn't, no.
I feel like they do that a lot over there.
Oh, not for me. Sorry.
It's okay.
Come on, family. What you doing?
But the Jollibee trip was awesome.
Dang.
We went, and then they were like, Jollibee flew us out, and they wanted me to do a meet and greet at one of their restaurants. I was like, all right, cool, let's go. And then I shot a commercial, which is your favorite ever.
Yeah, no, Masarap. Play it right quick.
Masarap. It was just so cool. And then I had some friends there from the wedding trip.
Oh.
So I met up with them. We all hung out. And then I told Jollibee, I was like, I will do it if you add some excursions to the trip. And they're like, okay. So they did. And I swam with the whale sharks. I went canyoneering, which is I didn't even know what canyoneering meant until I did this. And it's my favorite thing ever.
You went to Cebu?
I think so.
Was the Jollibee event in Cebu?
No.
Oh, you flew all the way.
They flew.
That's
flew
crazy.
us. I said,
You're
oh
wild.
yeah, I'll go. I think it was Manila for the Jollibee thing. And then I said, add some excursions. I meant in Manila, like just some cool things to do. And they flew us to another one. They flew me, my assistant, my camera guy, and my bodyguards to Cebu.
Yeah.
And then canyoneering, man, if anybody ever asks you to go canyoneering, say yes.
What is canyoneering?
We hiked up this mountain.
Okay.
It was probably like maybe 30 minutes. And you go up one side of the mountain, and you get to the top, and then there's just a chain of waterfalls on the other side. And you climb through some rocks, go through some caves, jump off the waterfall, keep going, jump off the next waterfall, keep hiking down, jump off the next waterfall. So you just climb up one side of the mountain and just jump down waterfalls to get down to the other side. And it was just so fun.
Dang, bro.
It was like what we used to do in North Carolina in the woods, but like extreme.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, that's what the East Coast doesn't have that I think the West Coast, they do actually have waterfalls. Never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jollibee, hey, do it again. I'm here.
Let's go.
I want to experience this, Jollibee.
Come on.
I heard you got some cool like stuff there, Jollibee. So let us know.
Yeah.
Always ready.
Yeah. We will do all the commercials. We will do whatever you want us to do, as long as I could take my best friend canyoneering.
Oh yeah,
It's so cool.
Okay.
I've always wanted to go again.
And then the third time you went with your family when you went to
Third
Philippines.
time I went with the family. Yep.
Okay. And
I think I went back for a couple more brand deals, but then the third time, that was
different,
cool.
right? Different experience that time.
It was very different. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
It's a couple more
hosting.
yeah.
A lot more like family dinners and like just like sightseeing. Like they brought me to where Aaron was born, the firstborn. The hospital was abandoned. We explored it. It was really creepy. And then we went to the Air Force Base. My dad showed me where he stayed at and where my mom would come visit him. And then they showed me where they met. And then we just walked around all the bays.
Whoa.
It was cool. And then just going to like my cousin's house, my aunts, uncles, meeting them all. Like my mom has 15 brothers and sisters, and they all have like 10 kids too.
Oh my
and then
gosh.
their kids have kids. So I just met everybody.
Dude, your mom is so funny, man.
Yeah.
Remember when we did the female products video?
Yeah.
Probably last week. And if you don't know Alex's mom, he is very similar. They're very similar, him and Alex, as far as like being out of pocket, just making the funny jokes.
What did she say?
So we
I don't even remember. She says so much.
So I think there was a product that involved like some kind of like
The syringe?
not the syringe that like kills off like reproductive cells.
Yeah.
And your mom said, "Oh, why? How come you don't? You should have got a condom because without the condom, there would have been 5 or 6 of you guys instead of 4."
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "Whoa, no way!" She said that.
I know. I can't wait to see all these videos because she came. She was supposed to come for like 4 days, like your parents.
Yeah.
But then she asked to come for 2 weeks, and I was like, all right, but if you're gonna come, I have to go to work, so you can come with me if you want. And so she did, and we just ended up doing a bunch of videos with her. She ended up being or at least being like in part of 6 videos in 2 weeks. That's a lot,
Dude, props to your mom. Shout outs to Tita Mari Bell, dude.
Oh yeah,
Doing
I
the
think
most.
she loved all the videos, but she really wants to see Guess the Alex.
What really? She wasn't really in that one.
Yeah, but she said she enjoyed watching it, and her friends came to watch it too, and she said it was cool. It was like a game show.
Your mom really also enjoyed the alpaca.
Yeah, she did enjoy that podcast
Dude.
for the. Should we tell them like we're giving away everything? All moved in.
Yep, we did all moved in video.
If you guys were part of Spicy Fruit before we became a podcast, you'll remember Guess the Roy. Well, we did that version of me, but it got crazy.
Yeah, I had to guess Alex's just using like this voice mod. And they were all so good. Just trying to imitate Alex. They were all good.
I think it just wasn't fair. We're gonna do it again for you again because
Why wasn't
I
that
was
fair?
coaching them. You
No,
couldn't
that was
coach
fine.
your guys, at least not on camera.
Oh.
Like you coached them off camera, but I could be like on camera. I'd be like,
I think that's fine though.
Okay,
I
okay,
think
okay.
it's the charm.
just
Be
wait till
like,
you
yo.
see that video. The ending was crazy.
Ah,
I can't wait to see everybody's reaction. I can't wait to see your reaction on camera.
I can't wait to see it too, but I'm also wondering what happened in the Philippines.
I can't tell you.
really gotta tell me,
No,
man.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
But you can't tell here. For
One day,
it's just
one
crazy.
day.
It's just too crazy.
It's kind of crazy. I think I'll tell them once.
You almost got
Once-
shot, man.
Well, not really, but it was a chance. Like if I didn't change my behavior, I probably would have got shot.
What the? You're teasing me now.
No,
If I were listening to this, I would be mad at you because you're not saying it. That's fine.
I'll tell you when I can tell you.
Okay,
Once me and
awesome.
Alexis get married, then I can say it because it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Then I'll tell you the whole story,
Okay.
and then everybody will know.
Okay. There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
But I just gotta respect my girlfriend. It's from my bachelor days, like from my wild days.
Wild days.
My wild days, yeah,
All right. Cool. Cool.
yeah.
So yeah, you're getting engaged soon. Everyone's in the comments are saying when are you gonna get engaged?
Oh,
'Cause
for
I
the
think-
podcast that just came out.
No, for the Alexis and
Oh,
when we
yeah,
had
yeah, yeah.
Alexis. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm engaged. You can't wait. They're getting mad at you, kind of low key.
I'm gonna do
Oh,
it, but
bro.
I don't. Nobody. I'm not gonna be rushed.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna do it. I'm the last one in the like you, me, Aaron.
Yeah, take your time. Everyone lives their own life.
I'm gonna
Cool
do it.
down. Cool your jets, man.
Yeah. I something I realized recently is like I have been over stressing myself about kids. I was
do
like,
you mean?
oh, I'm getting older. I gotta have kids. I gotta have kids now. I don't want to be too old when they're like 18 or like 16. I want to be able to do sports with them.
Yeah.
And I can't. That's not something you can rush. It's different parts of life. We're working hard right now, and me and Alexa, it's better to not rush. No pressure, no ultimatums, and we're about to hit our 2-year anniversary. We're still, we're like still pretty early.
See, everyone, just wait. Just be patient. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say.
But I realize like I'm not as I still want to have kids, but up until recently, I was like, I want kids now. I want kids. I should have had kids years ago, and now I'm like, you know what? Whatever. My dad had Andrew, who is my youngest brother, when he was 39. So it's fine.
Your dad's still moving. That's active.
Yeah, I feel like if I almost played pickleball with your dad, but it was the courts were full.
Oh,
this
no
weekend.
way.
Yeah.
You like ended up meeting with them?
No, we were going to. We were trying to plan it, but every time we almost found a place, it was booked or there was a tournament going on or something. But we're gonna schedule ahead of time next time.
Nice.
But yeah, I think if I had to guess, I would say I'm probably gonna have my first kid in 2 years or 3 years, probably 2 years.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have a guess? If you had to guess,
2 months ago, maybe.
you're a papa.
No. Maybe soon, next year, maybe.
Oh, dang.
Maybe June. Who knows?
Dang.
Yeah, we really don't know. It has to be soon though, because we're both getting old. And
Hey, I'm older.
But like female old too.
Oh,
The females have shorter time.
They got a clock.
Yep. And it's too late to have 4 kids because the clock is ticking.
My mom had it. You want 4 kids?
No, I think 3.
Yeah, 3's like the max, I think.
The best case scenario, either single and then twins, or twins and single.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because if you have twins first, that's the hard.
Yeah.
And then when the third one comes out, easy,
it'll loosen you
fresh.
it's like a water slide.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
It's just easier.
Oh, yeah, like canyoneering.
I just assume because the first one's always probably the toughest. And then after that, it's probably your body's used to it now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's
just
already...
like anything,
Yeah.
Once you experience it for the first time, just the more reps, the more practice, it gets easier and easier.
Yeah.
But if you do like twins, that's double the trouble.
But double the fun.
Double the fun. And then boom, the single kid, the third kid, single, easy.
Yeah.
Unless we get with another twin, then that's like, oh, okay, well.
You're like, oh, put one back in. That's crazy. We're right there. We're here. Like, kids are coming.
Yeah, I'm chilling, man.
No, I know, but we're here now.
I know we're here.
I remember being like 10 years old and thinking that 20-year-olds were old.
Dude, you know how I think nowadays?
What?
Like, every time I go, like this weekend, I was snowboarding. I'm like, bro, this is probably going to be like the last times I snowboard before the family and things start to slow down. I have to take care of them. Or whenever I go golfing, I'm like, oh, this is probably like one of the final times going golfing because we're so busy. Or like doing all these things. So I'm just, trying to enjoy what I can right now.
How about we make an agreement right now?
I don't like your agreements, man. You're always, what?
No, we got to make an agreement. How about we are each other's designated anniversary babysitters? So whenever it's your anniversary, if you want to go somewhere for a week, I got you. And then on my anniversary, if I want to go somewhere for a week, you got me.
I could just ask my parents.
No, then they got to fly here. Just drop them off at my house.
If my parents can't do it, I'm down.
Okay.
All right.
And then, if I want to go somewhere for the weekend, I'll be like, oh, you're going to Uncle Roy's house. It's just like having the cousins over, whatever.
Yeah. How old are the kids?
Well, they're not alive yet.
I know, but like when...
Every year.
So if they're one?
Every year.
That's a lot of baby.
You can just put them in the yard.
You know how crazy 1-year-olds can be? 2-year-olds?
Just put like a bowl of water out and some snacks and put them out in the yard. Just give them some shade. That'll be fine.
The amount of times you made me do this sound effect is so crazy.
My kids are durable. I feel like they're going to be durable. I was pretty durable. Andrew was durable. I ran over his foot one time and he was fine in like 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Kids heal so fast.
It's
like Wolverine.
Don't tell me about it. I was snowboarding. I like whiplashed my neck. It still hurts.
No, as kids.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, if I were a kid and I did the snowboarding thing and hit my head, I would have not hurt.
Yeah, you would have just got back up and kept going.
I would have just became taller for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm a kid.
I ran over my little brother's foot one time when he was like 4, and we went to the movies, and he was super shy. He was probably like 4 or 5. He was super shy. I was trying to get him out of his shell. Me and Aaron were in the front seat. Andrew's in the back seat. I was like, Andrew, we are at the mall. We're pulling up to this movie. I want you to do something brave. I'm going 1 mile an hour in this car right now. Jump out. And he was like, what? When the car is moving?
Yeah.
I was like, Andrew, this is a quarter of the speed you go when you're walking. You can do this. I believe in you. And he's like, okay. And it took him a while. We did a couple laps. He finally was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm going 1 mile an hour, man. Yeah. And he jumps out, panics, turns around to jump back in the car, and his foot goes under the tire.
No!
I was like, no freaking way. No. I thought this is foolproof. There's nothing bad can happen. He started crying. He laid down in the back seat. We took his shoe off. All his toes were black.
Dang,
black.
Bro,
they were black. And Aaron was like, oh my God, Aaron's freaking out. He's the oldest brother. He's freaking out. He's like, we have to go to the hospital right now. Come on, everybody, get in the car. I said, no. Shrek 3 is about to start in 10 minutes. I said, hold on. Trust me. He's like, what do you mean trust you? our little baby brother's toes are black. I was like, just hold on. Trust me, man. I've done this before. I've blackened his toes before. It's gonna be fine in 5 minutes. And he's like, you're an idiot. It will not be fine. I was like, just give me 5 minutes. His toes are still there. It's not gonna hurt him to wait 5 minutes. Let's wait 5 minutes, and then we'll let him decide what he wants to do.
What's Andrew doing in this?
He's
crying?
just laying there.
Just chilling.
He's freaking out. He's crying.
Oh, okay,
He doesn't know what's going on. He's 5. And then Aaron's like, I guess 5 minutes won't hurt, but we're going to go to the hospital in 5 minutes. I was like, okay, just wait. So we all sit there. Aaron's twiddling his thumbs. I'm just like chilling because I really have. I closed his toes when he was a baby in a vacuum one time because he wanted to ride it. And I was like, okay.
Alex.
And then when I was done, I clicked it up and I didn't realize his toes were in there. His toes turned black.
Alex.
So I had experience. I was experiencing this. So I was like, Aaron, wait. So 5 minutes passed, right? Andrew, he already has his socks and shoes back on. And then I was like, Andrew, it's been 5 minutes. How do your toes feel? He moved them around. He crunched his toes. He got out of the car. He jumped around. And he's like, oh, we can go to the movies. I feel good. Mm-hmm. And then Aaron's like, no, let me see. And he took his socks off. He took his shoes off. His toes were not black anymore. Because I'm telling you, kids are they're like Wolverines, mini Wolverines. They regenerate so fast. They're still growing. So they just heal immediately. Once you get to like your 20s, you stop growing. That's when like you only got you got low HP.
Yeah.
But it was crazy, man.
I thought you were going to say you took off the sock and his entire leg was black.
No, everything, you couldn't even tell.
That's crazy,
Isn't it crazy,
bro?
man? You can like
also,
probably
you
bounce.
ran over your brother's foot? What's wrong with you, man?
He panicked and tried to jump back in.
Yeah,
man.
but you made him do that. Mm-hmm. That's right.
I was trying to be a good brother and break him out of his shell.
Andrew, I know you're listening to this. How do you feel about that?
I think it adds character.
Alex!
I just saw him because I went to go visit at ECU, and we were just talking about back in the day. And when he was like 6 years old, we were at this hotel at the pool. He had a vest on, a lifeguard vest. He had floaties on his arms, and I picked him up and I threw him in the pool. And he didn't talk to me for like a week. He was so mad. But he had floaties on. Mm-hmm. Aaron said, don't do it. Like mid-throw, though. I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's what big brothers do. You don't have any stories where you like...
Like bullied my siblings?
No, it's not bullying. It's breaking out of your shell.
No. My stories are more like me dealing with my teen angst. So I was just like projecting my anger towards my siblings, which I really.
Like what? You're like, get out of my face, you loser.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, move. I don't know. I really was just an angry child, angry teenager. I think it's just growing up in the East Coast, going back to East Coast versus West Coast. I was just so. I blame MySpace.
Yeah.
Because in MySpace, I was like, oh, let's see what's happening. And then you see like people like from the West Coast enjoying their time. Like I remember watching like AJ Raphael's like stories and their videos online. Like, dang, they're having a good time at school.
Yeah.
My school isn't like that. I hate my life.
Huh.
And I'm just like taking out my anger. Like, oh, I should be in California. And then I took it out of my siblings. I'll get back to you. The next episode will be about siblings. How about that?
Yeah, let's talk about siblings. I got a lot more stories.
Yeah.
I dropped down to only once.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah.
He told the podcast, actually, too.
I love his reactions to the podcast. Whenever we mention him, he posts something about it.
All right, we'll do a siblings episode in the next one. Okay. All right, East Coast versus West Coast?
West
Philippines.
Coast. Philippines.
Yeah, mabuhay. All right, I'm Alex.
I'm Rye.
We'll see you next Monday, everybody.
Okay.
Bye.